Imagine that your entire existence, from the first breath you drew in the cradle to this very moment of reading, has been a long, winding pilgrimage toward a single, solitary point. You have walked through 1,000 doorways in your life. Doors of opportunity, doors of education, doors of relationships, doors of failure, and doors of recovery. Most of these thresholds were crossed with a mixture of effort, intelligence, and perhaps a stroke of blind luck. You pushed, and the world yielded. You knocked, and someone answered. But now, in the deeper architecture of your soul, you sense that you have arrived at a place where the old keys no longer fit. You are standing in the spiritual equivalent of the Hall of Endless Doors, a cavernous, subterranean expanse where the air is cool and smells of ancient stone and ozone. Around you, there are many archways glowing with faint, seductive lights, promising comfort, distraction, or the repetition of familiar cycles. But at the very end of the hall, shrouded in a heavy velvet shadow, stands the final door. It is massive, silent, and terrifyingly shut. There is no handle. There is no lock that responds to logic. This is the door that defines destiny. This is the threshold between who you have been and who you must become. And the chilling truth is that no amount of human force can budge it. You cannot think your way through it. You cannot buy your way through it. There is only one force in the Egyptian pantheon capable of breaching this barrier, only one Neter who possesses the specific frequency required to dissolve the seal. He is not the famous guardian of the dead. He is the ancient, primal scout. His name is Wepwawet, the opener of the ways, and he is waiting for you to realize that the door is not locked by a mechanism, but by a lie you are still telling yourself. To understand the mechanics of this final crossing, we must first understand the entity who guards it. Wepwawet is one of the oldest gods in the Nile Valley, a deity whose worship predates the pyramids and the written texts of the Book of the Dead. Before Osiris sat on the throne of the underworld, before Anubis began the delicate work of mummification, Wepwawet was there, standing at the prow of the celestial solar boat, watching the horizon. He is depicted as a wolf or a jackal-headed figure, standing upright, alert, his ears pricked forward, his muscles coiled in a state of perpetual readiness. He is often confused with Anubis because they share the canine form, but the distinction between them is the difference between a guide and a breacher. Anubis is the gentle psychopomp. He takes the hand of the bewildered soul and leads them through the dark, explaining the rules, weighing the heart, offering comfort. Anubis manages the process. Wepwawet, however, does not manage processes. He initiates them. He is the battering ram of the divine. He is the force that clears the path where no path exists. In the ancient royal processions, the standard of Wepwawet was always carried first, ahead of the pharaoh, ahead of the armies, ahead of the priests. Why? Because the unknown is filled with invisible blockages, demons, curses, rough terrain, and energetic walls. And Wepwawet is the power that cuts through the dense undergrowth of reality to make a road for the king. Psychologically, he governs those decisive, terrifying moments in a human life when a choice must be made that cannot be unmade. He is the patron saint of the point of no return. He does not hold your hand. He breaks the lock. He does not offer comfort. He offers passage. And in the economy of the soul, passage is worth more than comfort. The concept of the final door originates from the deepest layers of the Duat, the Egyptian otherworld. The ancient mystics understood that the soul's journey is not a straight line, but a series of gates. Many of these gates are guarded by demons who ask riddles or demand passwords, representing the tests of knowledge and morality we face in life. These gates can be passed by learning, by ritual, by purity, or by accumulating the right experiences. But the myth speaks of a specific threshold, the Ras Tao, the place of dragging, the absolute dead end of the soul where all momentum ceases. Here, the walls are too high to climb, and the darkness is absolute. It is said that when a king died and reached this final door, he would find himself paralyzed, stripped of his earthly titles, his armies, and his wealth. He would recite the spells he had memorized, but the door would remain shut. He would plead his case, listing his good deeds, but the silence would swallow his words. It was only then, in the crushing weight of the void, that Wepwawet would appear. He would step out of the shadows, a gray wolf with eyes like burning coal. He would not ask for a password. He would ask for a confession. "Before I open the way," the wolf would say, "you must speak the truth you fear most." This is the key. The final door does not lead to judgment. Judgment is for Anubis. The final door leads to self-revelation. The myth tells us that the door is sealed not by stone, but by the soul's own resistance to its true nature. The moment the king spoke the raw, unvarnished truth, admitting his frailty, his fear, or his secret desire, the wolf would nod, and the door would simply dissolve. Wepwawet teaches us that the ultimate barrier is never external. The wall is made of your own denial. This brings us to the metaphysical law known as Wepwawet's principle of the final door. This principle states that the door to your highest destiny cannot be forced open by will, nor tricked open by intellect. It opens only in response to resonance. It operates on a binary lock system. It requires the release of a false identity and the total acceptance of a radical truth. This is why it is the final door. It represents the ultimate decision that cannot be undone. Think of the moments in life that act as these doors. The decision to leave a marriage, the decision to have a child, the decision to quit a secure career to follow a calling, the decision to get sober. These are not small adjustments. They are structural changes to the universe of the self. Before you cross, you are one person. After you cross, you are someone else entirely. The door demands honesty, courage, alignment, and completion. It demands that you finish the cycle you are currently in. You cannot drag the baggage of the old life through the narrow aperture of the new one. Wepwawet stands there to ensure that you do not enter the new territory contaminated by the ghosts of the past. He is the guardian of hygiene for the soul. He ensures that when you step through clean. The symbol here is clear. You are ending a cycle of lessons. You are graduating, but graduation requires you to leave the schoolhouse. You cannot stay in the comfort of the classroom and also inhabit the world. You must choose. We must look closely at the symbol of the wolf to understand the instinct required for this transition. Why a wolf? Why not a lion, or a hawk, or a bull? The wolf is a creature of the liminal spaces. It navigates the twilight, the dawn, and the dusk. A wolf can find a path through a blizzard where the landscape has been erased by white snow. It possesses an internal compass, a sensory awareness that transcends the visual. Wepwawet embodies the faculty of precognition and inner instinct. He represents the part of you that knows the way even when your logical mind is completely lost. In the modern world, we have been trained to devalue the wolf. We worship the monkey mind, the chattering, analyzing, list-making intellect that tries to calculate the safety of every step. But the monkey cannot open the final door. The monkey is terrified of the door because the monkey cannot see what is on the other side. The wolf, however, can smell what is on the other side. The wolf tests thresholds. Watch a canine approach a new territory. It circles, it sniffs, it listens. It is gathering data from the invisible realms. Wepwawet teaches you that you already possess this capacity. His great lesson is, you always know the truth, you only fear admitting it. Deep down in the belly, in the solar plexus, you know exactly what you need to do. You know which relationship is dead. You know which job is poisoning you. You know which creative project demands to be born. The confusion you feel is not a lack of knowledge. It is an excess of fear. The confusion is a smokescreen you create to buy time because the truth is inconvenient. The wolf blows away the smoke. The journey to the final door is not a casual stroll. It is a spiritual trial that unfolds in 5 distinct stages, a roadmap of the soul's last great test before transformation. The first stage is the corridor of echoes. As you approach the decision, the universe seems to amplify your past. Old lovers call you. Old habits resurface with vengeance. You are forced to review the patterns of your life. This is Wepwawet forcing you to look at the circular tracks you have been running on. He is asking, do you want to go around again? Stage 2 is the Hall of Mirrors. This is the paralysis of choice. You see 1,000 potential futures. If I do this, I might lose money. If I do that, I might be lonely. The mind fractures into a kaleidoscope of what-ifs. This is a defense mechanism designed to stop you from moving. Stage 3 is the desert of silence. Suddenly, the advice stops. Your friends don't know what to tell you. The signs disappear. You feel abandoned. This is crucial. Wepwawet clears the interference because the decision must be yours and yours alone. If someone tells you what to do, it is not a threshold crossing, it is obedience. Stage 4 is the threshold of the wolf. This is the confrontation. You stand before the blockage. You feel the presence of the opener. He asks nothing, he simply waits. He observes you with that detached, ancient gaze. He is waiting for you to drop the mask. And finally, Stage 5 is the final door itself. It appears only when the soul is ready. It is the moment of clarity where the fear evaporates, replaced by a cold, steel resolve. The wolf places his paw on the lock, and the heavy gates dissolve into light. You step through, but here lies the secret that most seekers misunderstand. The final door reveals it does not reward. We have been conditioned by fairy tales to believe that behind the locked door lies a treasure room, a paradise, a place of eternal rest. But Wepwawet is not a dispenser of treats. He is a revealer of reality. The door does not lead to paradise. It leads to the soul's true form, stripped of illusions. Whatever is behind the door is shaped by the quality of your crossing. If you cross with courage, you find a world that respects your strength. If you cross with hesitation, you find a world that mirrors your doubt. The door is a lens. This is why Wepwawet controls it. He symbolizes the razor truth of instinct. He knows that if you bring your lies into the new world, you will simply recreate the old world. The teaching is severe but liberating. The final path appears only when all lies are removed. You do not find your purpose by searching for it. You find your purpose by removing everything that is not your purpose. You chip away the marble to reveal the statue. Wepwawet is the chisel. He opens the way by closing the options that are beneath your dignity. This brings us to the hidden psychology of decision-making as a spiritual trial. Every major life decision you face is a micro-fractal of the final door. We tend to view decisions as logistical problems, pros and cons lists, risk assessments, financial calculations. But Wepwawet views decisions as initiations. There are three primary fears that keep the door bolted shut. The first is the fear of loss. To choose is to lose. If you choose the path of the artist, you lose the safety of the corporate ladder. If you choose the partner, you lose the freedom of the single life. The ego hates loss, so it hovers in the doorway, trying to keep both worlds. The second is the fear of the wrong choice. We are terrified of making a mistake, of ruining our lives. But Wepwawet teaches that there are no wrong choices, only different paths of learning. The only wrong choice is no choice. The third is the fear of responsibility. Once you open the door, you can no longer blame your parents, your society, or your bad luck. You are the author of the new chapter. These fears create three illusions. There will be a perfect time. I need more clarity, and I must keep all options open. These are lies. There is never a perfect time. The stars will never align perfectly. Clarity does not come before the decision. Clarity is a result of the decision. And keeping options open is the definition of hell. It is to stand in the hallway forever, starving to death while staring at the banquet. Wepwawet teaches the opposite. The door opens only after commitment. To navigate this, we must apply Wepwawet's 4 rules of the final decision. These are the laws of physics in the realm of destiny. Rule number 1. One path must die for another to live. This is the law of sacrifice. You cannot walk 2 roads at once. You cannot be the caterpillar and the butterfly simultaneously. The shell must break. You must be willing to grieve the life you are not choosing. There is a funeral in every wedding. There is a death in every birth. Acknowledge the loss, pay your respects, and move on. Rule number 2. Instinct precedes logic. The body knows before the mind. Your stomach tightens when you are around the wrong person. Your chest expands when you think about the right project. Wepwawet speaks through the nervous system, not the prefrontal cortex. If you are waiting for the logic to make sense, you will wait forever. Trust the hit. Trust the wolf. Rule number 3. Delay is a decision. We trick ourselves into thinking that by doing nothing, we are staying safe. But doing nothing is an active choice. It is the choice of stagnation. It is the choice of decay. If you stand before the door too long without entering, the door begins to fade. The opportunity recedes. The energy dissipates. Wepwawet does not wait forever. Rule number 4. Commit first. Clarity comes later. This is the most counterintuitive rule. We want to see the destination before we buy the ticket. Wepwawet says, buy the ticket and I will show you the map. Commitment is the key that turns the lock. The moment you truly commit, internally, totally, without a safety net, the universe reorganizes itself around your decision. Coincidences happen, resources appear, the way opens. How do we apply this to the final doors of modern human life? Look at your relationships. Are you standing in a doorway of a connection that has run its course, holding on to a ghost because you are afraid to be alone? That is a final door. To open it, you must be willing to sever the cord, to face the void of solitude, trusting that a higher form of love exists on the other side. Look at your career and purpose. Are you wearing a mask to pay the bills? Are you suppressing your true talents because they don't fit the script of your family or society? That is a final door. Wepwawet is waiting for you to drop the costume. Look at your identity. Who do you think you are? Are you still the victim? Are you still the good child? Are you the failure? These are old skins. The final door is the shedding of the skin. It is the decision to say, I am no longer that person. And deeply, in the realm of spiritual awakening, the final door is the surrender of the ego. It is the moment you stop trying to control the universe and start serving the flow of life. These are not just choices. They are deaths and rebirths. They shape the geometry of your soul. The ritual of decision is the practical application of Wepwawet's power. It is a process you can use tonight in the privacy of your own mind. It begins with stillness. You must stop the noise, turn off the screens, silence the phone, go into the dark. You cannot hear the wolf in a marketplace. Then, truth. You must admit what you already know. Say it out loud. I am unhappy here. I love her. I need to leave. Speaking the truth into the air breaks the spell of denial. Next comes cutting. You must identify what blocks the path, the habits, the beliefs, the people, and mentally cut the cords. You visualize Wepwawet's ads severing the ties. Then, commitment. You step across the line. You make a physical action that cements the choice. Send the email, book the ticket, have the conversation. You burn the bridge behind you, so retreat is impossible. Finally, alignment. You let your actions catch up to your soul. You embody the new identity. You walk like the person who has already crossed. And as you do this, you will feel the shift. The door opens. Life begins to reorganize around your vibration. The blockage that seemed immovable simply vanishes, revealed as a phantom of your own fear. Now, visualize the final scene. You are standing at the end of the hall of endless doors. The lights of the other options have faded to black. There is only you, the silence, and the massive obsidian threshold that towers above you. The air is cold. You are trembling, not from cold, but from the magnitude of the moment. From the shadows at the base of the door, a shape emerges. It is the wolf. He is larger than any earthly animal, his fur the color of twilight, his eyes glowing with a calm, terrifying intelligence. He moves toward you, his paws making no sound on the stone floor. He circles you once, twice. He is scenting your energy. He smells the fear, yes, but he is looking for the scent of indecision. He is checking to see if you are still bargaining with your past. He stops directly in front of you. He stares into your eyes, and in that gaze, you see your own soul reflecting back. You see the years you wasted. You see the potential you buried. You see the person you are dying to become. He does not bark. He does not attack. He simply steps aside. He looks at the door, then back at you. The massive stone slab begins to glow with a faint violet light. A hairline crack appears in the center. The telepathic voice of the opener of the ways whispers in your mind. A sound like wind over desert dunes. I cannot choose for you. I only open the way. The door is unlocking. The heavy gears are turning, but it will only swing open if you take the first step. The wolf waits. The universe holds its breath. Your entire life shifts the moment you choose. Step forward. If this video resonated with you, let us know by commenting, I understood it.